Hello. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. So we're just chilling here. Actually we've pipitik lang ako sa track. How is your Sunday, guys? So after this, I'll be discussing my build as a sniper here in ROO. If you have questions, you can drop them in the comment section. I'll try to answer it. Well, based on my knowledge. I'm not sure what time kami mag-run for MVPs. Dapat it's around 4, I think. Kasi wala pa si Seiya. What I do is I just hit Drac. Hopefully I can get the brooch kasi wala pa talaga akong brooch. Ilang Dracula na nalupatay natin, wala pa ring brooch. So we'll try to maximize our attack speed. It's already 500. You're wondering if bakit wala akong party. So if you're doing MVPs, you get two rewards actually. You get the team rewards as for a team, and you get your personal rewards. So actually na MVP kami kanina isa. So what I'm trying to do is I'm getting my personal rewards, then later on I can get the team rewards together with my perma party for MVPs. So lahat ng for personal rewards, hopefully I can hit Dracula as much as I can for 5 times a day. But you can't. I have to control my DPS. That's why I'm doing single lang kasi I don't wanna be in the top team para makapag-run pa kami later for team MVP, team rewards. So I think we can start. So basically my build is ADL. If you followed me before in Ragnarok Eternal Love, I was also on ADL back then. way back, I think episode 4 or 5, where ADLs are really OP in PvP. So wala pang kasi wala pang CMs kasi nun. Hello chicks, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're just chilling. Shit. So for my build or my stat allocation, so this is I've allocated 80 for Agi. Since you can, why 80 only? So that's total of 183. So actually you can go as high as 500 attack speed, depending on your equipments and your enchantments. This will be it will vary actually depending on your enchantments and your what else, your aside from enchantments, where else can you get stats? Equipments, I think. Yeah. Hello Andrew. Yeah, I'm still playing ROM. I'm doing I still do the wars for ROM. But for PvP, yeah, just casual. I'm still thinking of playing Magic Prison for season 14, but I think Daddy will still be piloting my account, depending on because they will still their team will still be intact. So I'm not sure if I'm playing competitive Magic Prison for season 14. He was playing for me for season 13. Daddy, Cat Daddy, if you know him. So yeah, that's for Agi. So we can get 500 attack speed if you use the consumables. So you get to choose, or if you want to can use this one, attack speed plus 10, and the Agi potion of 3-star. That's what I'm using. Magkano yung nagastos ko? Di ko na binibilang, Alan. Di ko na binibilang. So that one, as well as concentration potion. This one. So you get when you get the VIP card, you can easily access the Kaffir shop. So here you have two options. It's either you get the light concentration potion or the concentration potion. But the hard part here is that it only lasts for 600 seconds. So I think that's 6 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, sumali. Hey, actually, I'm not really into the meta right now for Ragnarok Mobile, because I really hate the begetter right now. I mean, the begetters are really OP. So yeah, that's why I'm not really interested, because I want to play Gunslinger. I want to play Gunslinger rather than Thanatos. Yeah, later, Alvin, I'll show you. So we'll start with 80 Agi. Then I put luck at 71. So why 71? So this contributes to the chance of triggering your bleed speed. So here, as you can see, here. So for every 3 luck, you have an additional chance to trigger your bleed speed. So the higher the luck is, the higher the chances of triggering your bleed speed. So for this one, this is 71 plus 89 and plus 89. So you get a total of 160 luck. Then you divide it by 3, so that's more than, I think, 53, around 53%. This does not include the cogwheel for blitz beat chance as well. So 53% in doing your auto attack is actually already big. More or less it's gonna run around 100 since you're doing auto attack. So that's at 500 percent attack speed. So the chances are really okay already for me. 53%. So if you do have the cogwheel of let me check. I think you can get an additional. Is it? Let me check. Skill preview. Let me check. So that one is, I forgot the skill. It's Falcon injection. Yeah, Falcon injection. So I think you can get the highest is level 7. So that's an additional 7% for triggering blitz beat. So actually this is also a good rune. Then basically we have wala pa rin brooch. Oh, stopper's already running. Uy, second pa tayo. Walang kalaban. Walang kalaban si stopper ngayon. So, where we are? Eto. So, Dex because of course you need Dex because your Dex is actually at range-based damage, P attack. Yeah. So this is also based on the computation for the blitz speed. So actually my build, guys, is more on an ADL, but it's already reliant on the Falcon damage. So yung bida na dito yung Falcon. I'll explain later when we get to the equipment. So the computation of the blitz speed is also including Dex and Int. Syempre ito yung I think from the PRO pa talaga na computations. Balik ka na pag merong Valkyrie. Actually, I'm still playing, Alan. I'm still playing. I did not quit ROM actually. I think there there's more content for me in ROO to stream because ayun ko, sa ROO wala masyado akong and I really don't want I don't want to stream yung nagbubuhat ako ng or runs. Parang graduate na ako doon. I wanna do content like information for the community or other stuff rather than running dungeons. Feathers later. So we're done with the stats. So right now I'm still adjusting my stats based on my damage output. So if I don't have a saint or this build is actually based on 100% full buff from saints or from priests, from high priests, because you don't really need 99 agi because I think it's an overkill on your attack speed. So tinitimpla natin siya that you reach 500 attack speed with minimal agi na nagagamit. So depende sa timpla nyo if you're building your snipers. So it's either you max out agi, then you adjust your foods here, your consumables, to damage like crit damage or luck potions. You can use it. So yung goal ko talaga is I can use the critical damage food as well as the luck food. Then concentration na lang yung gagamitin ko to reach 500 attack speed. Mga 400k highest dito sa front 8. Oo nga, Jernan. I saw front 8 is where I think my friend Meatballs is playing. Tapos sabi ko, ang daming PVDR dun sa server niya. Right now in Frontera 6, I think the highest is, let me check. It's BBDR with 366 power. And sa Frontera 8 parang ang dami. There are like 10 BBDRs there. Pasabit BH. Yeah, pwede naman. But I'll be waiting for the next round for Dracula, Brian. Because I want to hit Dracula all day. So that I can get the stupid brooch. This one. So for level 85, this is for snipers. I think this is the best accessory. Saan nyo nakuha yung critical damage and P damage nyo? More on enchants po ba? Yes, Deb. Here, I'll show you. So we'll go to the equipment now. Alright, let's go for the skill build first. Kasi medyo, hindi pa familiar yung iba. For ones who are still starting out. So, basically, for first job, you get double strafe, Owl's Eye, Vulture's Eye, and Steady Focus. I think this is the most basic build for snipers. Then for second job, so you max out actually wind dance. Actually, I can restat allocate pala nito, because when you reach a certain, or when you reach this level, you really don't cast wind dance anymore. So it's better to reallocate this one to your traps if you're on PvP. So you can maximize Beast Bane. Then you can put Freezing Trap and Flasher siguro for PvP. But for PvE, you only need these 4. So the other 10 skill allocations is you can decide where to, you can decide yourself where to put it. Okay, so I'm discussing pala ano to guys. This is PvE build. This is not yet the PvP build. Ano yung meaning ng rug pull? Rug pull means that ano yan, sa crypto nila yan nagawa eh. Sa crypto nila yan na it's when you invest into something, then you invest into an NFT, then biglang magpo-pull out yung developer. So tangay-tangay nila yung pera mo. So that's the meaning of, that's what I understand about rug pull. So paano pataasin ng attack even with low refine? Well, let me check later kung ano. But basically, it's more on enchantments. Yeah. Dun ka hugot ng attack eh. So for the trance job or the trance skills, you need for PvE, Sonic Blast is level 10, Burst Claw is level 10, Arrow Training level 10, and True Sight is also level 10. Apply. Ay, wait. Sige. Pero mamaya pa to. Hintay ka ba? Aantay lang ako ulit ng mag-aantay lang ako ulit ng Dracula. So, ngayon balik balik MR. Balik tayo sa Orc Archer. So we're done with the skills. Now let's go to the equipment. Alright. So for the equipment, for level 80, I'm using the paano ba ito basahin? Euler's Resolve. So this is the bow for Falcon builds. So basically the bow helps you or modify or increases your damage in bleed speed and the chance of bleed speed as well. Yeah, double brooch them. I'm planning to use double brooch for 85. So that when you get double brooch or the brooch, then that's the time you can reallocate your stats. Okay. So this is I think the best bow if you're playing ADL. So ang critical lang dito is you need to have it at plus 15 so that you can maximize the effect of the bow. So my suggestion to mid spenders or F2Ps, well, when you spend in the game, you try to evaluate if ano yung hindi masyadong sugal, right? Because refining is really a gamble. So there are more ways of increasing your power or your damage output. It's not just in refining. Okay, I'll explain later why. Because some people really invest in refining items na siguro natitilt sila at naubos yung resources nila doon. In the end, mag-quit sila. So that's one of the siguro mistakes of being a newbie. So actually it's not really when in ROO, I think it's not really about the refinement of the item, yung priority. You can allocate your resources on improving your character on other areas, hindi lang refine. Okay. So for the armor, we have a white wing suit. So this gives you crit damage and has also a set effect of a critical chance and range damage. So I'll explain later for the enchantments why we also have these kind of enchantments. So white wings, this is for the garment. So for cards, if you are on PVE, wala po siyang there's no permanent card. So the best cards in PVE is basically the racial cards as well as the size cards. So if you don't have a size cards, element is the next one. So for example here in the hit muna tayo. So basically you really have to use this guide, guys. This is actually beneficial for players. So for here it's brute wind. Wait, let's see MVPs. Ano ba yung hinit natin kanina? It's Dracula, right? Shadow. So for Dracula, this is Demon, Shadow, and Large. So at the start of the game, guys, I think there is a freebie album based on yung napagdaanan ko. So the it will give you a free racial card. So the best I think would be getting the Strophe card, because it's plus 22 demon monsters, and you can most all of the high tier MVPs right now are demon. Okay, and the succeeding patches, the GH patch, the gas helm patch, they will be most of the MVPs also is undead and demon. Okay, saan pong yan nyo? Binid nyo? wala akong pera. Fika. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, so if actually madami nagme-message sa akin in what to use in the weapons. So yeah, it's basically racial cards. So every time we switch to an MVP, for example, we hit Drake, then I switch to Scale Worker and well, I can do double scale for that one because wala namang undead na race on sa right now sa cards. So if I hit Edgar, then that's Brute and Large. So if you don't have Minorus, you can go for Vadon. So Vadon is since Edgar is fire, then you can use Vadon. So that's an additional 30% damage to Edgar. Okay. So what else? For armor, right now for PV I'm using Pouring card just for the luck. Kasi it's either you use Pouring card here or you use Peaky. So the Peaky card is Agi, I believe. I think it's Agi. Uy, ang dami na pala. Ay, hindi. Saan ba yan? Ano yung Agi? Stex pala to. May Agi dito eh. Thief bug pala. Sorry. So, pwede din to, thief bug. You can use thief bug. Deb. Yeah, nag-C-Nex ako for a time. I think for 1 week. Pero, in terms of gameplay, hindi masyado ako, hindi swak sa akin yung gameplay ng C-Nex. Later I'll explain bakit ganun. But in terms of large scale PvP, parang for me, para sa akin sobrang hirap. Hindi ako sanay. Stem worm is actually nandiyan pa rin siya. Tinatago ko na lang. It's still here. This one. Pero hindi nga siya na tier 3. Pero yung kasi yung ngayon Deb, for SBX, in terms of PvP and PvE, if you are really competitive, or let's say being a whale, so that's SD build really is yung pinakamalakas ngayon. I've seen Stopper, the top this one, the top C-Nex on our server. Yung bato niya ng SD sa MVP is 800k, baka 1M na siguro ngayon. So kaya but the sad reality is masyadong high maintenance yung malaki yung kailangang investment in playing C-Nex. So yan yung challenge actually. So for the shoes, it's white wing slippers because yun nga, may set effect tayo dito na critical 10 and range damage plus 10. So for the accessories, it's still Marty's Leash, pero papalitan natin to ng brooch in level 50. So for PVE, Ninetales yung gamit ko for the Agi. Then white wing slippers, this is Wild Rose, still Agi, and HP. So far kasi sa mga released cards, ito yung nakita ko na the best so far for ADL. So for the accessory, I'm using one Orc Archer. Then greatest general, tatlo. Okay, because since we're already on the stage of being dependent on our Falcon, so you can increase the damage of the Falcon by pumping up your P attack. So kaya greatest general yung gamit ko. Before I was using pirate skeleton if you don't have. So yun yung isang alternative. This one, because this also gives P attack. So I'm not really recommending Zerum anymore if you're a Falcon build, because Although may deck siya na contribution, but direct contribution to the damage of the Falcon is really physical attack. So Cobalt is okay if wala talaga. If you're transitioning from, for example, like me before, from Sin X. So eto, this is okay, but not really recommended because P damage, as stated by Blueberries, reliable naman si Blueberries, natitiwala ako. So this does not increase your Falcon damage in the long run, or yeah, yun yung formula nila. So what are stats that increase your Falcon damage? So that's critical damage is included on the computation. The critical chance is also included for Falcons, and ignore death is also included, and P attack, actually yun yung number 1, P attack. So for the headgears, for PVE, if you haven't, or pag wala pa kayo nito, I suggest you get one, because these are headgears that for right now, for the current patch, really will help you in terms of damage. So for the head, this is ano ba to? Pangalan ng headgear na to? This one. This is a fashion gacha, I think. Then because this gives you damage to shadow and at the same time undead. That's 8%. Then for the face, this one, I think this is the same, ano pangalan nito? Hindi lumalabas. This is the same gacha. I think last gacha, yung samurai. So this also gives you additional damage to undead and demon. So pwede nyo tong gamitin. Then the latest is this one, the scythe of the current gacha. So you get to have additional damage to demon and undead, and an additional 5% chance to deal additional 8 to demon and undead. Kaso may 15%. Hindi ko na pinapansin na may ganito pala. Akala ko ito lang. Hindi nagbabasa. Suot kong cards, it's triple GG card, triple greatest general, then 1 orc archer. Yun lang, Prince. Are you playing also? ROO? Naglalaro ka pa ba ng ng ROM? So for the costume, this is actually good. This costume for Falcon build, because it has a P attack of 3%. Okay. Oh, then you get to have Assumption. The chance to cast level 3 Assumption. Yeah. So if hindi siya available on your characters, then whatever is available actually. Kasi mahirap actually if you're really casual in this game. Mahirap siyang so whatever fills it in. But if meron kayo, you try to use it. Kasi baka nakuha niyo yung gacha and you're not really utilizing it, 'di ba? Sayang din. Because in terms of damage output in farming or in the future patch actually sa GH, magagamit talaga yan. Especially when you have demon and undead racial damage. Ano magandang combong card for weapon? Like I've said, ADL France. For weapons is really dependent on what monster you're trying to hit. Unlike in ROM that you can defaultly use these kind of or itong klaseng card lang yung gagamitin mo for the whole duration or a specific duration of the meta. So dito siya, you really have to adjust your cards based on the size of the target, your target, and based on the element and the race of your target. So whichever, I think the damage ratio is still the same with ROM. It's size. I'm not sure if it's size, race, and element. Ganun yung hierarchy niya. Or is it but most definitely last yung element. So it's either size or race yung pinaka-best nun. So you try to get all of the race cards na if ever makakuha kayo ng cards. You try to keep them kahit walang tier like this one. So 20% is really big. Lalo na if you are F2P and if you're just a casual player. So syempre hindi masyado malaki yung or yung tier ng ng cards. So I really don't suggest you rush into purple cards as well. Kasi pag ganun medyo hilaw. 'Di ba? You try to spread your resources, for example dun sa racial cards. Kasi baka hindi mo pa nakuha yung ibang racial cards and for example, nahirapan ka mag-farm. So, mas maganda yun. Yes, Brian, racial cards pa rin siya pag damage. Regardless of regardless of physical or magic, racial cards still have pati size actually. Hindi siya same sa ROM na yung size hindi siya nagmamatter sa ROM. Ikaw ba? No, I'm not the number one. BBDR is number one here. Walang makakatalo kay boss BBDR. Mas okay ba kasi dun sa Lucid Dream? Ano ba yung Lucid Dream costume? Lucid Dream. Lucid Dream. Ano yung Lucid Dream? This one? Yeah, for me, if it's PVE, mas maganda to, yung Autumn Leaf. Oy, hello Dale, welcome to the stream. Hindi Marvin, I'm not number one. Binenta kong Goblin Chief ko. Ay, sa'yo pala yun, Brian, yung Goblin Chief. Nilapag mo. It's actually good for guild expeditions, pero so far wala na akong nakitang use actually for it. Okay, so for back pa to. No, this is the tail actually. Back here. So yun. So it's either this is this is also attack speed and ignore PDEV. So this is also good if you have it. This one I'm using this for PvP because mas gusto kong mobile ako, so because of movement speed and attack speed. Then this is for MVP hunts ko naman, yung scythe. Okay, so for the enchantments, so for the head, I think the best enchantment there is P attack, although you can get beacon, that's PvP damage. Ano pala gamit mo, Dale? So for PvP damage, it's beacon. Actually, I've tried to wait in beacon versus duel kasi napag-decidean ko na duel na lang yung kunin ko because duel you can benefit PVE and PVP, diba? While yung beacon naman, that's solely for PVP, so wala kang masyadong benefit doon sa PVE. So overall, if overall performance yung hanap nyo, you go for dual 3. As of right now, dual 3 yung pinakamataas. So that's 3% P attack. That's for the head. So substats here, the best is you try to get dex or luck or int maybe. So itong tatlo. Int, since it still contributes to bleed speed. Dex also contributes to bleed speed. And siguro kung may agi ka dito, if you have double agi, then you can adjust your stat build again, diba? So kailangan mo talaga siyang timplahin. That would depend on your enchantments. So syempre if you get 10 agi here, diba? Kasi agi 5, then pwede ka magbawas ng 10 agi dun sa stat allocation mo, and you can allocate it to other stats. So maybe you can put it into dex or you can put it into it. So that's one way of optimizing your character. So that's for the head. For the face, I got divine text actually. So this is more of PvP side naman to siya. Kasi in terms of PvP, hindi naman masyadong wala naman masyadong bearing to. Kasi ang hinahabol natin sa PvE, especially if you're doing MVPs, is you get damage received for the computation of the to get MVP, team MVP rewards. So for the face, you basically need luck. Yung best na nito is you get 2 luck, double luck. Then for PvP, actually ano pala to? For PvE pala tong Sharp Battle. So actually I got Sharp Battle 2 before ko kinuha to. Although this is good, pero pang PvE lang kasi siya. Yun lang din. Medyo one-sided siya. So it's the difference between ROO and ROM is that for ROM, for each headgear you can enchant, diba? So yung ginagawa natin before sa ROO is we enchant headgears, and if you get a good enchantment there, lalo na sa blue gacha, we try to transfer it to other gachas na ginagamit natin. So it's either blue or red na ngayon pwede mong transfer. So for here sa ROO is that the enchantment is I think locked on the slot itself. So hindi ka makapag-save ng multiple enchantments. You have to really choose one only. So yan yung napansin ko. So and mas costly siya if ever ganun, kasi kung hindi mo ililipat yung enchantment, magpapa-level ka ulit ng enchantment. So this is from babalik ulit sa level 1. I'm still under nasa learning stage pa rin ako actually. So if ever pwede naman siya, kung hindi mo ipapasa yung enchantment, so ang lalabas is babalik to ulit ng level 1. And you have to choose, and you have to upgrade it again. So ang plan ko sana before, like sa ROM, is I have a PvP set, then I also have a PVE set. So for MVPs, gano'n. Pero dito parang hindi siya possible. You get to choose one. Pirate Scale, Zero, Marine Sphere, or Archer. Ba't ka nagma-Marine Sphere? For Magnum Break? Magpa-fire yung element mo pag gano'n, di ba? I don't think best yun. Kasi lalo na if different element yung yung nakukuha mo, or hinihit mo, maano ka ng fire eh. Parang kung water yung hinihit mo, negative negative 70, negative 50 ka nun, or same element, negative ka negative 75, diba? So I don't think yung boost ng Magnum Break is really significant for it's better to just do auto attack then try to cast Magnum Break. lalo na pag dependent ka sa momentum na module, mawawala yun pag tumigil ka. So you have to build up attack speed again. For fire arrow. Okay. Pwede naman. Pero sayang kasi tumitigil ka nun Tumitigil ka. I mean, the damage boosts I think is not really hindi siya worth it kasi titigil ka for ilang seconds na imbis na makabato ka na ng, remember that if you have the same build as mine as a Falcon build, isang tira ng, or if ever nagpo-proc yung blitz, the blitz can proc I think 5 times in one arrow. So parang marami nang nawalang DPS pag ganun. So I don't think that's really worth it. And all you need to do to boost your elemental damage is to get the cogwheel, yung elemental arrow resonance. That's all you need. That's plus 11 I think maximum. Refine yan, boss kid. No, I'm just showing them kung paano yung mga kinukuha kong or what build am I using or what enchantments am I using. Yan, wala pa ba tayong order dyan? So for my armor is actually fortitude level 4. So this is resistance. So nag-usap kami ni Chan actually. It's Itlog, si DR. And he told me that parang hindi pa worth it na mag-fortitude for now. Kasi even though you get max level 4 for the armor and the garment and the shoes, that's only 30% resistance. Hindi ka pa 100%. So, he said, parang alabas kasi nun, masastun ka pa rin. So, you get stunned, you get freeze. Ano bang nito? This is stun, freeze, dark, and petrify. Hindi pa nga kasama yung fear dito. So, you still get CC'd, diba? Kasi 30% lang yung kaya sa max So, what I'm thinking is that if you're I think the second best or yung best talaga for now is getting Shining. So that's max HP of 10%. Lalo na right now that the meta is lumabas yung champ, the Shuras. So isang suntok na Shura sa akin is actually around di pa that's Sun 1 pa yun So may mga na siya, may mga reductions na siya because yung title ko yun is Sun 5. So one hit pa rin actually. So more or less to survive Shura, I need to boost my max HP para hindi ba one hit. So wala pero masyado masakit na yung enchantment. And this is still level 28. So for every enchantment you need to have 10 Mora. Then that's already, then para mag-level yung kagaya nito, level 28 na going to level 29, you need 500 Mora. At the same time, isang palo nito is 120k Eden coins. So ito yung medyo masakit din for enchantment. But like I was saying earlier, it's better to focus on other things than refining. So this is one of the things that I was telling you about. Okay? Because pag nag-e-enchant ka, walang tapon doon. Nagle-level, nagbo-boost yung power ng enchantment, ng character mo. Because you get to have resonance dito. So mahahabol mo siya later on. I mean, rather than spending so much resources on refining, kagaya nan kung naka-level 15 ka na, it's okay, pwede na yan. Pag naka-level 15 ka na ng mga you don't need really to push it to level or to refine 20, medyo madugo na yon. So you try to optimize your resources and invest into, for example nito, yung nung enchantments. Because may siya, may resonance din dito. So when you get I think level next dito. This is level 14 na pala. So, yung resonance na activating yun is level 20. So, all of my headgears are level 20. Then, other equipments are actually level 30 na siya. Pinush ko siya to level 30. Kasi hinahabol ko yung stats niya. Okay. So, for dito, for yung suggestion ko kanina, it's either you get Shining or you get the Fortitude. So, I'm trying to balancing out if sa both PvP and PVE. Kasi if you get Sharp Battle, that's most definitely PVE lang yung yung function nun. So pagdating ng PvP, medyo olats yun. Parang wala kang enchantment. Wala nang, at kita mo nga yan, no? Wala na akong berries, oh. Hey Jay! Welcome to the stream, Jet. Ayan guys, don't forget to follow Jet TV. He's also a content creator for ROO. And also Rocks, diba, Jet? Dati. Oo nga, good lang siya sa Earth MVPs. Goods talaga yung GG. Di ko napansin stats niya. Okay. So, for the two enchantments here, the best here is getting luck. So, double luck. So, luck. So, ngayon nga. So, enchantments are really a big thing. Kasi you can adjust your stat allocation. Worth it po ba siya? Anong worth it, Jet? Sino yan? Sino ba yan? Sino yung worth it? Tao ba to? So, yeah. So, for the garment, luckily, I got double luck na dito. So, actually, this is already good. Yun nga sinasabi na, the stats here is actually, you can still get Shining here. Shining yung recommended dito. Pero, ewan ko, mahirap to kunin eh. Yung double luck, sobrang hirap kunin. Ay, tumawa lang siya. It's okay, my brother. Dapat ako yung nagtatanong sa'yo, Je, kung worth it ba siya. Diba? Worth it ba siya? So here, for the shoes, we have level 4. Then, yun nga. Still, you get, the best, I think, is double luck here. So, you get 12 luck again here. So, makita nyo, if when you do the enchantments, later on, pwede na tayo magbawas ng here. You can adjust our luck, your stat allocation here. Diba? Kasi, more or less, if you get, kung naka-double luck ako doon sa so, more or less, that's 12 luck. Then, we can, magre-reallocate tayo ng luck dito. Then, actually, you can put it already to text or to int. Diba? Para mas malakas pa rin yung, or lalakas pa yung, natin, yung blitz speed damage natin. Okay? So, enchant. Ay, dito na-skip pala natin. Yung mouth is still, gamit ko divine text. Dito naman, it's, sharp battle pa rin yung nila. So, more or less kasi sa akin, yung usually na pumapatay sa akin is actually mages or shura or kapwa na in PvP It's either shura, mage, or kapwa snipers. Okay? So, tanggap ko na parang one hit ako sa sa shura tsaka sa mga sa SBX, masyadong mahapde kung hindi tama yung cards mo, and also the snipers. So kaya na lang MDef na yung binoost ko, but still dapat double luck pa rin siya dito. Still double luck yung best para for your blitz beat chance. So for the weapon, ito yung pinakaswerte ko, guys. This is yung pinakaswerte. I've rerolled this. Overflow niya is only 3 lang. So, nakuha ko yung sharp at an early stage. siguro when I was enchanting it by to level 25. Then, ayun, trinay ko talagang i-reroll yung 2 lines to get the P attack. So, eto yung best. Actually, guys, this is the best for Falcon build for the weapon. This is the best enchantment for now. Double P attack percentage and the sharp enchantment. So, bakit siya sharp? Bakit hindi legendary bow? So, like I've said earlier, when range damage does not really contribute to the Falcon's damage. So, but sharp crit damage and your crit rate is included. Ano siya? Kasama siya sa computation ng Falcon mo. Damage ng Falcon. So, if you want to optimize really your Falcon, the best enchantment is a sharp. Okay. So, for the accessory, ayan. So, still here, yung options mo is you get legendary bow or sharp. So, yun, sharp pa rin yung ano ko. Sharp pa rin yung gusto ko talaga. Or I think is the best. So, for the second lines, still P attack pa rin yun. You get to have P attack, double P attack na 4%. So, may room for improvement pa actually to maximize the damage. So, you get double P attack plus 4% here, and sa kabila naman another 4% pa dito. So, total of 8 pa yung pwede nating i-adjust. So, ito kinuha ko na lang kasi it's better than getting hit or yung ibang stats dito, magic attack. So yeah, then for the back it's duel. Ito swerte din ako dito. It's level 3 duel, that's P attack 3%. So for here you go for int, agi or dex pa rin. RB, yes, I was a Sin X, I think for 1 week. Tinest drive namin kung okay ba siya. Kasi nakita namin dati sa PVE. Well, at saka sa PVP, masakit din talaga yung SBX. But, hindi nga siya swak sa ano ko. In terms of playing style, hindi ako comfortable. And I've invested masyadong masakit ata yung investment for ano. Yung problema ko doon is also the cogwheels actually. Kasi wala akong nakuhang magandang D-mic doon. And I don't want to sacrifice my existing low weight D-mix ng sniper. Kasi maganda na din yung mga low weight D-mix eh. I'll show you later on. Okay. So I think that's for the equipment. Then let's go for the next cogwheel. So for the cogwheel, actually these are the best cogwheels that you can get. So number 1 is the momentum management module. This gives you 4% attack speed. Then you have aftershock. This is also critical to get aftershock. So, luckily I got one. Then, Falcon Mark. So, this increases your damage to range damage actually. So, tapos nagsastack pa siya 4 times. So, basically, you get 3.5 times 4. That's 14% range damage. So, it's still optimizing your character kasi yung blitz beat mo or yung sonic blast mo, auto na yun, diba? Sige yun siya. So, ang labas nun, habang tumitira ka, this is always up. So, may bonus ka talagang 14%. Then, Falcon Affinity, actually may issues pa dito. I haven't really tried it or I haven't really done that damage test. But, dapat tataas yung attack mo. But, sabi ni Badsky DR or si Rafi that parang wala daw dagdag. So I'm not sure kung paano yung computation nila for it. Mana length boost is also good. Ito, maganda to. But in terms of PVE siguro. But PVP, I don't think you can maximize this one. Hindi masyado siya, for me, hindi siya masyado efficient, lalo na pag melee yung kalaban mo din. Siyempre, lumalapit sila sa'yo. So, wala masyadong bonus doon. One thing I'm curious really is this one, the core overload. So, sabi nila dito, yung core overload, if you use core overload as a cogwheel, dapat siya, not below level 5 or at least level 5 para ma-maximize mo yung effect niya. So, as per Rafi, the core overload actually is also includes kasama yung blitz speed sa effect ng core overload. So, this is actually good kasi if ever na, parang random kasi siya, diba? But if ever na pumitik siya ng 40%, ako, masakit yun. Sobrang sakit. Yeah, Paladin will be coming this June 21. I-release nila yung Paladin. Excited din ako kasi si Preacher magiging Pali na. May Devo na. So, this is the current setup of my cogwheel. This is for PVE. So I have momentum management and focus mind. It's level 6. Then ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, Dale. You need so this is level 6. The maximum of this one is level 7. So yung elemental arrows mo would deal additional 12% damage if you get the level 7 na arrow element. So this is one of the best cogwheels in terms of PVE. Kasi additional 12% agad. Lalo na pag contra element. Then for the third one is Aftershock and Falcon Smart. So level 6 is already okay. Actually, ang hirap nito kunin. Swerte na lang talaga. Sobrang sinerte lang talaga. But hopefully I can get another D-Mink na low weight. And yung gusto ko for PvP talaga is core overload. And if hindi kung pwede siyang Falcon injection yung kasama. So it's core overload or Falcon injection, or it's core overload and Falcon affinity. So I think yun yung best for PvP. Well, kung bibigay naman siya ng mana length boost plus core overload, that's actually also good. Na yun? Optimal ka na doon. Malayo pa lang siya. Patay na siya. Diba? Ayan. So, ano pa ba? Feathers. So, for the feathers, ito yung setup ko for PvE. So, that's why I'm telling you guys na refining is not really one of the main sources of getting your character to be more powerful. So you stick with the feathers. That's number one. You stick with the feathers as well as the titles. Okay, singit ko lang yung title ito because why titles are so important. So they have for ROO kasi ito yung medyo ayaw ko actually sa ROO because they have this kind of system. So if your title is below you by 1 level, so that's you get to have additional damage to him by 4%. At the same time, yung kalaban mo na one title below you will be receiving minus 4% from him. So that's absolute. Walang reduction yun. So parang I'm not sure kung final damage ba talaga to, but kaya malaki yung impact ng title. And if you are not investing in your titles, lalo na pagdating sa war, especially in large scale PvPs, mabubura talaga kayo, guys. So that's why this is one of the main priorities if you're really, or if you're semi-competitive, if you're casual, kung ayaw nyong madurog kayo sa PvP, lalo na sa arena, you have to prioritize your titles. Okay? So, I think for right now sa server, acceptable siguro yung Sun 1. At least Sun 1. If you are below Moon 5 or Moon 2 or 3 pa kayo, you need to double time your titles. So, kaya yung sinasabi namin or sinasabi ko na naubos yung berries mo or yung resources mo sa refining mo, yung title mo hindi mo pa ginalaw, diba? Yung title sure yun that's walang fail dun. So that gives you additional damage. At the same time, yung feathers, this is one of the most important things din in the game, your statues. So this is my setup for PvP. You get may set bonus dito this, I think this is the best set bonus that you can follow. So you get 4 orange and 1 purple. So maganda yung set effect niya, and hindi pa maximize to kasi the maximum effect is 80%. So ito level 9 pa kasi to. The maximum effect for the swan statue is level 80. So mahaba-haba pa to. This is actually level 20 daw yung nito. Maximum talaga for the statues. So there's a long way to go. So for PV, this is for PvP. So for those who are new, there are two kinds of statues. There are offensive statues like this one. You can see may sword mark siya. And there are defensive statues. So for defensive statues, you can only put defensive feathers there. If hindi siya light and dark is also considered parang kasi tong light and dark feathers unisex ganun. So for the offensive statue, ito yung setup ko. So this one I'm using still glory feather, that's dex and P attack. Then this will be the best feather for PvE day. So you get PvE bonus damage here and ignore P def as well. So ang good thing is that yung kahit concentrated tayo sa critical damage or crit, lalo na sa ADL, ignore def still plays a vital role in terms of damage kasi hindi siya kagaya ng ROM, guys. It's not same as ROM kasi that for ROM, if you have skill based damage na skills, so you need to boost ignore defense, while kung base ka naman sa critical at doon, kung crit damage naman yung pinofocus mo, and syempre hindi mo kailangan ng ignore P def, critical damage lang yung kailangan i-boost kasi ignore defense na yung crit damage doon, diba? Yung critical sa ROM. So here it's not the same, alright? So different yung damage computations nila. So this will still be contributing to your damage, yung ignore def, kahit nag-crit ka. So may damage increase pa rin yan. Tinest ko kasi yung before, may slight increase pa rin siya sa damage. So yung defensive statues ko, hindi ko na masyado siya ginagalaw kasi this will be the best. So I'm using truth here for DPS, pero if you're a casual player and or a mid spender, I'm not really recommending you push this kasi masyado siyang mahal. yung conversion niya sa feather shop is so expensive. So this is 90. Tapos pag nagre-recycle ka, you only get 25. So hindi siya 1:1. Kaya baka na ano kayo, ba't nauubos yung yung feathers ko, nagko-convert ako nito? Kasi hindi natin napapansin na 90 pala to. Hindi siya 25. No, unlike the rest. So this is if if glass cannon ka talaga, pwede to for the defensive. So you put in truth sa lahat ng defensive dito. Pwede yon. So, total of, siguro, pag level, na to, kayang 1% na to. So, na yun. This P damage kasi, di ba? But, yung build ko, I'm trying to go for, medyo balance siya na build. Hindi siya masyado malambot. It's not really, hindi siya masyado glass cannon, kumbaga. So, for PvP, you just switch this one to dark. So, ito magiging setup niya. So, this is for PvP. So, that's space, time, light and dark, and dex. So, if you want to compare, para sa akin kasi, madaming nasisilaw dun sa P damage na 0.5, 0.56 for example, kasi na to, level tier 9 na to, di ba? But when you go back to your stats, you try to compare kung kung worth it ba talaga yung point something na for example, your DPS, di ba? So that point, lagay natin 0.25 or 0.30 kasi hindi pa tier 9. So, i-compare mo siya dito. Kung ano yung makukuha mo for one dex. So, for example, doon, that's tier 9. Then, dex 5 na yung binibigay aside from the P attack. So, you get to have, ilan to? Range weapon damage is actually, for every one dex, no? So, times 0.5. So, 0.5 times 5. Kasi 5 yun eh. So, you get a range weapon attack of 2.5%. So, kung i-weigh-in mo yun, based dun sa diba? Kasi dati yung setup ko, naka-truth ako lahat eh. Then, tapos yun nga, I forgot kung sino yung nakausap ko. And when you try to compute it, mas maganda pa rin yung glory instead, kaysa sa truth. Diba? Kasi dex stat yun eh. So, that gives you more damage output actually in the long run. So, dito kasi, hindi mo pwede kasing ilagay yung mga offensive. It's unfit. Eh, kung nilagay mo na, pwede yung int na ilagay dyan or dex, diba? Pero hindi siya pwede. So, ganun. So, when you reach to level 86, I think, 86, ma-unlock mo na ito lahat. So, basically, it's still the same. Naka-alternate lang siya. Based on anong level mo. For every level, specific level, nakaka-unlock ka ng isang slot or one statue. So, ay, level 1 pala. Yeah. What else? So, for the statue. So, statue is actually, parang na to siya. I think the next level after the feathers. So, this is also one of the character progressions na hindi naman talaga, para sa akin, mas okay pa rin yung feathers than ito. If you are a casual player or if you're a mid spender. So ito yung statues you try to unlock it. Ito yung for snipers you can use this one. P attack. So ito yung priority mo for the statues kasi limited lang yung resources din dito. And you can get this from the extreme challenge, I think. And trying to kill mini bosses and elites. Makakuha ka nito. And it's chance lang naman din. Hindi siya, so pasartihan pa rin siya dito. Then, this one gives you P damage. Pwede din to. But, syempre, kung limited yung resources mo, I suggest you prioritize this one. Kasi P attack yung bigay. And, you know, P attack gives much more damage to your Falcon. So, if ever may budget na kayo for orange statues, I suggest you prioritize intimidation and relic. So, intimidation dahil this gives you additional damage to race. So, aside from the part na pinapa-level mo, there is an additional, for example here, 1.7% pa to all race. So, every time na nagle-level yung part, for example, it's already level 2, lahat dito, then pwede mong i-upgrade yung the statue itself. So, ganun yung parang mechanics niya. So, gaya nito, hindi ko pa siya ma-upgrade kasi level 2 pa to siya. Pag nag-level 3 to, then pwede nating i-upgrade to ulit. So, basically, ito yung priority. Mist and Intimidation. The Valkyrie weapon is okay, pero kasi to sa instance mo to nakukuha, and for the weekly na Nyan shop or the berry shop. But yeah, kung available naman, kasi to the Nyan shop only releases 3, but you can get this one sa point shop mo dito. Kaya dapat masipag kayo guys, lalo na pag F2P kayo or you're just a mid spender. So, dapat magsipag kayo in terms of weeklies. You do your union proof. Kasi tama ba? This is 5. You can get 2.5 a week nito. So, saan pa yung isa? Dito, Courage Shop. You can also get it here, I think. Dito ba? Ay, hindi. Titles pala ito dito. Saan ba yun? Statue, pet, union, guild. Dito pala. Sorry guys, sa guild. So, you can get 2 of the dual lance weapons here. Tapos, shield dual is also here. Ito yung mga kailangan mong kunin weekly. So, kaya dapat magsisipag ka in terms of doing your guild weeklies and yung guild events. Kasi, malaking bagay. Kasi madami kang nakukuha dito. Like the dual lance. Yan. May 6 na next week. Pag level 85 ata to. Hindi. Pag this depends on your guild facilities. So, hopefully, ma-unlock namin yung level 5 para may 6 na dito. Ayan. So, here, ito yung, nakukuha mo to, yung Emblem Courage for the titles, pang-up ng title mo. So, Mora and also as well. Rarity Stone. Pets. Ito pala guys, the mount. Baka hindi nyo to ginagawa. Kasi I did my mount very very late. Kasi hindi ko naman siya, hindi ko alam na ganun pala siya ka-importante. So when you reach level 20, pwede mo nang i-upgrade or evolve yung yung mount mo. So ito siya, if you are familiar with activating relic on ROM, para siyang ganito. So there are specific stats na kailangan mong i-boost para tumaas to. So courage is P attack, intellect it's P damage reduction, lovely is M damage reduction, charisma is P damage, M damage, then cute is max HP. So pag nag-evolve to, magiging 600 yung cap nito. So pwede na siyang i-increase. So if F2P ka or mid spender ka, then you can use this one. Sa events ko lang ito nakukuha. But, pag meron ito, this is much more worth it. So, right now, hindi ko siya ina-up. Kasi, by tomorrow, mapapa-evolve ko na siya. So, when I do the evolve, i-increase yung cap to 600 para hindi din sayang kasi cap na to siya eh. Tapos hindi siya nag-overflow. Okay. So, pag i-increase yung cap, that's the time na mag-click ako ulit. Kasi itong box na to eh. Tapos sayang yung stats na nakukuha mo dito. Na hindi pa siya, na pwede pang iangat sana. Kasi hindi pa na-evolve. Okay. So, this is also one of the character progressions na pwedeng tumulong sa inyo na para magpalakas yung characters. What else? Pets. So sa pets naman, for mid spenders or F2Ps, if ever mid spender ka, you get to have Bafo. Ito. So this is actually also good in terms of grinding and 1-on-1 PvPs. Actually, ito malakas din to because he has lifesteal. So, may lifesteal siya dito eh. Ito, restores 3% HP to owner. So if wala ka nito, you can opt to use Sohi. Sohi is actually good. Lalo na kasi nagbibigay siya ng attack speed, movement speed, tsaka may lifesteal pa siya. Diba? So, maganda din tong Sohi. If on a budget. Then, what else? This one. You can get this to Alfheim. So, Alfheim, this is also a good bet. Kasi, nagbabuff din siya dito. So 30% chance of random buff, so you can get either attack speed, P-attack, or crit damage. Ang ganda pala nito, no? Oh, parang mas okay to sa PSA, no? P-attack 20%. Well, you can get these ones, yung pet shards niya, doon sa Alfheim. So, pag natapos mo yung buo Alfheim, level 10 na yan. Pwede, doon mo lang ito makukuha sa Alfheim. So, this is a free pet, kumbaga. But you need to finish Alfheim, yung buong Alfheim, para ma-unlock mo yung tier 10. But this is one of the good, or I think the best, pets also for mid spenders and F2P. Accessible to sa inyo. So, aside from this one, was it po? Ito. Munak is also good. Kasi magbibigay siya yun ng 25% P damage. So for sa akin yung yung tinitingnan ko is the buffs. Kasi syempre usually ikaw yung ma-attack na eh, 'di ba? Kung hindi ka masyado dependent dun sa if wala ka talagang S rank na pet. So if you get eto kagaya nito, yung Lunatic is also good if you are lacking attack speed. So that's 15% attack speed na buff. Ito na yung mga F2P friendly na pets. So pero if for example for competitive players that yung one mistake ko kasi na ginawa is I chose, alam mo yung newbie error na dito. Pag nagsusummon ka guys, for the ones who are new, the wish list is really important. Okay? So yung wish list mo dito, ito yung lalabas sa PP. Because for example dito, so for every 60 summon, may isang tier A na pet na lalabas. So Ang labas nito, ito yung makukuha mo dun sa PT. So, before kasi akala ko nilalagay lang dyan. Walang ano yan, walang bilang. So, nung unang nilagay ko dito was the Dunel and the Antasha. So, yung Antasha kasi is, yung sinabi sa akin before was, I think the best daw for snipers. So, yung napili ko. Only to found, late ko na nalaman na may may factor pala dito. So, nag tier 3 na yung Dunel ko. Dun pa ako nakakuha ng first tier for the Samurai. So, but eto, for if you did have a budget, or kung merong budget talaga kayo, to try to prioritize, the Samurai, but yung Samurai kasi is more on, ang nakikita ko ngayon is more on PVE. Sa PVE ko lang siya nagagamit. But when you go for PVP, yung best talaga dyan is the EL. Yun lang yung late ko na-realize. Kasi EL would be more on, syempre tatayo ka, diba? Mag-a-attack ka. So, ang labas kasi, EL has a skill that kagaya nito kung tier yung skills kasi ng EL, it gives you more survivability in terms of PvP. So ito, mag-create siya ng grab field for 5 meters radius for 4 seconds, taunting and pulling the resources, reducing their movement speed by 50%. So, ibig sabihin, if ever natatayo ka doon, syempre kasama mo yung pet mo. Tapos, dudumugin ka ng knight, or for example, SPX. Tapos, nag-trigger yung gravity field ng Earthlord. Masuslow siya for 50% movement speed. So, ang maganda doon is, you can readjust your position. Nalalabas ka doon sa EL. Tapos matitira yung attacker mo doon sa loob ng gravity field ng EL. Sobrang slow yung 50%. As in, naramdam ko na yan sa arena. Sobrang slow. So, pwede mo na siyang patayin pag nahuli siya doon sa EL, pag na-slow siya ng EL. So, ganun yung usual na nakikita ko. Kasi, when we battled or nakalaban namin sina Shout, 3 sila naka-EL. So, yung sa first namin, 3 sila naka-EL. So, kaya ang hirap pasukin yung stock nila. Kasi kukunat ka din, pagkaalam ko, kukunat ka sa loob ng EL. There is, eto. So, there also, pag level 5 ba to? Level 3 yung EL mo, may ganitong benefit kasi. So, magiging invulnerable ka for 3 seconds. So, kaya maganda siya for PvP. Kasi pag pumasok yung SPX sa'yo, tapos biglang low HP ka na, hindi ka niya yun nga, invisible ka for 3 seconds. Yung 3 seconds na yun, malaki na yung time na yun to burst out yung DPS na nandyan sa'yo. Diba? So, sobrang laking bagay nito. Kaya, late ko na-appreciate yung EL na ganun pala siya kaganda. Your pet and so more on survivability talaga yung contribution niya. Ito mag-i-increase pa sa'yo ng 10% PDEF and MDEF, diba? So sobrang ganda. Sobrang ganda ng EL. So pag tier 10 to, 8 seconds na yung gravity field doon. So sobrang bagal. Tapos isipin mo pag nag-trigger yung niya, yung for example tier siya. For example, tier 5 na siya. So kung tier 5 na siya, kahit yung sa mga advanced na PvE players, ang ginagawa kasi nila, pinapatay nila yung pet. For example, yung Dunel, tinry kong patayin yung EL nila Shout. Isang EL na tier 10. Sobrang hirap patayin. Kasi sobrang kunat. 4-min spenders na walang ELP sa PvP, switch better to Child. Yes, Child of Earth. Yes, correct. Tama yun, Del. That is also a good this is also a good pet for PvP, to be honest. So hopefully hindi ko pa siya na try actually na kung naka-equip ba to. For example, kahit tier 3 or for example kahit ito tier 3 lang. Tapos parang Devo kasi siya, 'di ba, ang labas. So kung if ever na sinuntok ka ng Shura, mabubuhay ka pa ba ako ng Norte? So that's one of the things na kailangan pang i-science daw. Ano gamit mo sa level 5? Brooch ba? Yes, Daniel. It's Brooch. Brooch pa yun yung mga gamit ko. Hey guys, don't forget to follow my page and leave your exclamation point notify. Para naman pag may content ako or when I do lives, mano-notify kayo if live tayo. Child of Earth plus Priest sa PvP, Unli Devo. Oo nga, no? Try ko nga. Kaso level pa lang to eh. Level tier 3 pa lang to. Naubos kasi yung shards ko sa ginamit ko siya sa pagkuha ng tier 10 na samurai. But this is actually a very good pet. For PvP, you can get Hydra Illusion. Or dito, you can get Hydra Illusion here. So if you go for, kasi may dalawang builds kasi, diba? If you go for full DPS or if you go for status build. So for pure DPS talaga siya burst. Yung usual gamit talaga is, or the best talaga daw, without a doubt, is Hydra and Scale Miner. So if wala ka nun, you can actually purchase this every week. So I think kaya naman ito ma-tier 3. So at least may at least half ka. At least naka-Hydra ka nito, pero 50% na tier 3 Hydra. Pag tier 3 to. Diba? So this one, and you can get the Illusion Scale Miner here as well. So for the damage cards, the best cards is still Racial and Size. That's the best. Still the best. Although pag level 100, I think magiging 3 na daw yung slot ng bow, sabi nila. So I'm not really sure kung ano yung ilalagay ko ng card for the 3rd slot. They say that Sidewinder is also good. One of the best cards din daw for snipers kasi double attack. So if this is one option, Scale Worker Illusion and Hydra. Pero matagal yun buuin, 'di ba? Kasi weekly siya. So for me, yung okay is you get Requiem. So this is Fear. Or you get Magnolia. This is Curse. So Curse is, yung effect ng Curse is the luck of your enemy goes to 0 and masuslow siya. Yung sa Fear naman, uncontrollable yung character niya. Okay, but these elements or these statuses can be negated by a simple click of Panacea. So yung goal natin as snipers is to inflict the status as much as or as fast as we can. Kasi syempre pag pitik ka ng Panacea, may cooldown yung Panacea eh. So yung goal natin nun is to trigger it again. So this is total of 10%. 10% for auto attack is really big na, to be honest. So these are one of the options. So you go for Fear, or go for Curse, or you go for Darkness. Okay? So Darkness is actually good kasi syempre mawawala yung sight niya. Mawawala yung pag na blind ka kasi syempre 'di ba liliit yung yung screen mo. Tapos black yung nakikita mo. So, a part of kung ano lang yung malapit sa character mo yung nakita niya. So, that's also good, lalo na pag mage or pag snipers yung kalaban mo. So, mag-blend siya kahit saglit. If wala ka nito or if ayaw mo nito, you can go for Savage Baby. So, ito naman stun. So, we all know that yung solution lang dyan is Orc Hero. So, but, if high vit yung target mo, malabong masastun yan. High vit or high strength, hindi masyado kakapit ng stun yan. So, if you're hitting priests and knights, if you're I'm not really suggesting you use Savage Bebe kasi yun nga, mataas yung vit nila. So, it's either you go for fear, para hindi sila makalapit sa'yo, curse as well para mas slow sila, or ano pa ba? May isa pang status curse, dark, blind, stun, fear, silence would be good for if may kalaban kang mga mages actually. So minsan kasi alam mo, pag 500% attack speed ka, sobrang bilis nung proc ng CC. So, or yung status. So, lalo na pag mage yung kalaban mo, yan, one of the best din, silence. Kasi pag tuloy-tuloy yung nakachamba, na anak ka ng Diyos o anak ka ng Devs, tuloy-tuloy yung silence no, nakapitik na siya ng panakaya, tapos nasa silence na naman siya. Diba? So, walang gagawin yung priest na tatayo lang siya. Iba ba yung Sidewinder at Requiem? Yeah, it's different. Sidewinder is double attack. Wala pa ako nun Ay, meron ako naka-depo, pero hindi ko pa siya magamit for now, for the current meta. So I think this is a total of 'yung Sidewinder. So eto. So actually malaki yung maganda naman siya kasi if you get tier 3 of this one, this is total of 15. Tama ba? 15. 2.5 plus 1.5, that's 4%, diba? Plus 1. So that's 15% chance of attacking twice. So isipin mo yung blitz bit mo, parang loko-loko na yung loko-loko na yung Falcon mo, di na talaga babalik sa'yo. So Yule, Malang, or Sion, pag level 10, wait, let me check. But this will be Daniel, the skill, yung stat build ko at the same time yung enchantments ko will not be applicable for this kind of bows kasi yung enchantments ko and my stat build is really reliant on what are you using as a weapon. So if malang ka yung gamit mo, so you need to boost your dex dito, diba? Kasi and most likely mas maganda as well, you can still use the sharp enchantments here if you're using malang, pero dito sa Sion na wing, mas maganda siguro na dito. Well, you can still use mas flexible to siya na bow. You can still use sharp and you can still use legendary bow actually. Brian, may bearing yung in sa Falcon. That's based on the computation of the where is it? The blade speed. Here. So, yung computation niya is yung level ng steel crow. Then, 80 plus 6 times the level of the steel crow. Then, or I'm not sure if level, diba? Ito. So, dito may dex times 2/3 of dex plus int. Kaya may factor pa rin yung int. But, the main contributor, I think, would still be int. Kasi 2/3 of dex lang yung kukunin eh. So, maybe I have to adjust my stats again na dapat int to. Mas malaki yung int. No? Kasi, ang hinabalo kasi din dito sa dex is it also gives you attack speed. So, dahil hindi naka-max yung agi natin dito, kaya kailangan mo talagang timplahin yung character. Kasi ito, may attack speed nito dito eh. And, since nag-a-adjust pa din tayo doon sa enchantments natin, from time to time, we really have to adjust as well dito sa stat allocation natin. So, yun Brian, may contribution pa rin siya to be fair. Ano ba to? Nag-a-apply to for Teka, alis na pala ako dito. Sana tayo mag-MR. Sobrang busy ni Belly lately eh. Paparamdam na yan sa akin mamaya. Tapos pala, conquest pala today. Kaya nandun ata siya. So, pwede tayo mag-horn. Kaso ang hirap ng location sa horn eh. So, we have last two for the personal. Where is my party? Pauwi pa daw si Seiya. 30 minutes. Aabot ba siya? 28 minutes. Grabe, puro drakla yung pinala natin ngayong araw, tapos wala talagang binigay na brooch. So, for example, ito, MR grinding, right? So, baka, like for example, for one or the new ones that are into the game, so we have what we call monster resistance or monster research. So, yung monster research, ang labas nito is you get to kill a specific batch of monster, for example, wind. So, eto, 150 na yung niya kasi level 7 na siya. So, for every, pag napuno mo itong isang line, may bonus na ito for the monster research progress. So, for each level of monster research progress, you get stats. So, this is kind of your handbook progression. So, if ever na walang ginagawa yung character nyo for example, tapos na kayo sa dailies nyo, then iwan nyo siya dito to do your MRs. So, yun nga lang, naka-on parati yung PC nyo. hindi siya kagaya ng ROM na may offline grind. Dito talaga, naka-on yung PC mo. So, iwan mo lang siya para, maka-progress ka dito. Because most, or some of the players do not really take care of their monster research. Pero in the long game, or in the long run, sobrang importante to. Sobrang importante. So like here, you can get P attack here, 1%. Yan na yung magiging difference in terms of account. So, hinahabol ko yung 25 para may another 1% tayo ulit. So, if you guys don't have or yung wala kayong though, kaya importante din mag-hunt ng minis like dito. So, for example, sa guild nyo, madami kayo sa guild nyo. Then you can simultaneously summon yung dead branch nyo para lahat naman magbe-benefit. Usually yan yung ginagawa namin sa guild namin. Ilang MV? You mean the illusion? Eto. Nakakuha na ako ng isa root. Ano ba yung kinuha ko? I got, let me check. Eto, Drake na illusion because it's fee attack yung deposit. So if you get cards from the illusion shop, ito lang yung kinuha. Pinipili ko siya based on deposit na lang. Ganda pala nung Drake. 3% fee attack pala to. Gagi. Ano nang balita sa auction natin? So the sealed Drake card is actually 50,000 Nanyan. Well, the Dracula is 21 Nanyan. GTV is 24 Nanyan. And sealed Maya is 49. 49k Nanyan. Yeah, maganda yung actually. Illusion cards are actually here. So, for support classes, yung pinakasulit dito is this one. The Mister's Illusion. Siguro, I'm thinking of getting Frioni. Pwede yung Frioni. Or Doppel. Tax speed kasi yung Doppel eh. Ano ba yung Bafo? Bafo Illusion is what? Bafo. Bafo. Uy, P-attack. P-attack din yung Bafo. Bafo na lang yung kukunin natin. P-attack 1.5 din pala. Bafo Illusion. Bakit nakalock pa yun? Kailan ito maano? 85? 90 pa. So, makakakuha pa tayo ng isa. Pwede. So, actually, this is actually good. Yung Frioli. Pwede din actually ito. Lalo na pag sa PvP, kalaban mo yung Knight. So, ang labas nun, he would ignore parry. So, tuloy-tuloy na yung mo. Kasi kaya matagal mo ma-down yung Knight dahil sa parry niya eh. So, the difference between this one and the main Frioni card is that may plus 100 hit ata yung Frioni. Tapos, maximum nito is 20 dun sa Frioni card. Etong Illusion, 10 lang siya. So, syempre, given na mataas yung hit ng mga sniper, mama-maximize mo tong 10%. So, I think lang. Kung ko-compute. Teka, ilan ba yung hit natin ngayon? So, yung hit natin ngayon is 300. Tagay natin 340. So, kung 340 yung hit mo, ano yung conversion niya? Per point of hit up to, paano yun? Paano compute yun? Increase P attack by 0.05% per point of hit. Per point of hit, so that's 1 hit. Hindi ang laki nun. Tapos 340 yung hit ko. Sobra-sobra pa. Ibig sabihin 34 hit lang yung kailangan mo. Tama ba? O mali yung pag-intindi ko? Well, if you are really pag naghahabol ka talaga, syempre I understand that some players are casual and you do what's best for your characters. Kasi yung, wait, let me check. Ano ba yung dapat nasa die shop? Damage. Ano ba dapat yung binibili dito? Ay, eto pala. Itong statue part, dual lance, and guild token. Yan na yung binibili ko dito. Or, if ito, yung daily tier. Daily tier 1. Ito. Kung mid-spender ka and casual, this is also important. Kasi this one is medyo berries na to eh. So, na talaga to? Real money na talagang gagamitin mo dito. So, yun? Parang 1% per 20 hit. Paano na-compute yun? O bobola ako sa math? So, yun din? Ano ba kinompute? Bakit? Paano mo na per 20 hit? Increase speed of point per hit of 340 divided by... How do I divide it? Tama ba? Per point of hit. Kaya nga, so siya? Balang labas 30 hit lang yung kailangan mo. Ganun ba? Di nila pag yung free Oni card, no? Well, this will end later this evening around 12 o'clock. So this is already a total of 50 plus 21 plus 24 40 died. That's already 144 pesos. 1,000. 144. Round off natin to 150. 150k. Basta ba yun? 18 minutes. Mga pang-ups na bibili ko. Pati statue. Yeah, statue. Ganun ba yun? 340 times 0.05. Medyo malabo yung niya, yung computation. Paano yung compute? So, ibig sabihin nga, di ganun kalaki yung hit na kailangan mo. You only need 10 hit, 20 hit to get the 10% attack. Pero ang laki ng 10% to be honest. So, kukunin yung 10% attack. Kung okay naman yung trigger rate ng blitz beat mo, I don't think you need the... Well, it's still that damage test pa rin yung niyan in the long run. Kung yung third card ng bow mo, would it be better for another racial card or mas better ba na it's either Sidewinder na yon or a different or doppel, diba? Kasi to prove something na kung mas malakas siya, hindi lang feels, you really need to test it out. So, yung bago kong natutunan actually is that yung skills ko here. So, hindi na pala sa auto ko, hindi ko na nilalagay yung wind dance. Kasi hindi ko na siya magagamit. Kasi napapansin ko pag nag-wind dance siya, hindi nagpo-poke yung crit sa ibang hits. So, hindi siya na-optimize. So, I have a screenshot of what I tested with and without wind dance. Wait, I'll show it to you. But this is based on my characters. So, if you want to do the same tests, I suggest you do your own damage test. Kasi yung characters natin, it's not the same. Specific builds, diba? Kasi may sariling build din kayo. This is just to show you na ganito yung nangyari sa akin. Because yun nga, tinest ko kung with wind dance and without wind dance. And surprisingly, hindi na kailangan ng wind dance. So this is one of the tests that I've done. So on the left side, this is the damage test done without the wind dance. So that's 75 M. On the right side, it's with wind dance. So mas malakas na yung auto attack na lang talaga. Hindi mo na kailangan ng wind dance. Though my cards here are still ano pa to? Double GG, 1 Scale Pirate, and 1 Orc Archer. So, yeah. Hopefully, I haven't done yung bagong damage test na na siya, triple GG, tapos isang Orc Archer. We can do it today or now. While waiting for the MVPs, wait. 13 minutes, di pa nagpaparamdam. MVP party ko. So, I'll try to remove the. So when you want to do damage test, you go here sa build, then dummy. Pwedeng ganito. Cool. May guide talaga siya. Real Freoni also neglects parry and flee. I think them. It's the same. Kaya nga ilo yung kasi hindi ibig sabihin mas maganda pa rin yung the true Freoni. It also neglects parry and flee. So yung difference lang nila talaga dito is the hit 100 and yung attack would go over 20%. While ito naman siya, this is 10% only. Diba? P damage 3% pala to. Oh, gago, 3% pala yung Drake. So ito, test natin to. We'll try Large demon. Large demon na lang. Shadow. Ano yan? Neutral. So this is without. This is without Winlands. Oh, shit. So 1 minute. When you do tests, mas maganda 1 minute. Kasi ano siya eh, it's based on chance yung ibang skills natin, like the bleed speed and the sonic blast and the double strafe. So para mas makita mo kung parang mas consistent yung damage, mas ma-average siya rather than doing damage test like 15 seconds or 20 seconds lang. Sabi nila mas optimal daw yung 1 minute. Lalo na pag ganito kung MVP, 'di ba? Syempre matagal yung banat mo sa MVP. So, labas na in the long run, mas malaki yung damage na nawawala sa iyo kung hindi optimized yung character. So, when you do want to stop, you just click this one, the pause, para makuha natin yung damage. 1 minute. So, that's 78. That's 78. 78M. So, eto, lagay natin yung Winlands. So, that's 78M. Okay. Let's go. Ayun, no? Nakita nyo, may puti na lumalabas. Dahil dun sa Winlands. So, this is... Titignan natin. 78M yun, diba? Kanina. Tapos, mas malakas pa rin pala ito ngayon. Magdedepende sa proc ng double strafe siguro yun. Last 15 seconds. Kaya niya kabuli ng 78M. Uy, baka kaya niya kabulin. 60. No. So, 73. So, there's 5M difference in terms of damage. Okay. So, yeah. I think it's best na buti nila sinabi ni Badsky yun. Kasi parang si Meow Meow daw dun sa front 1. Hindi na daw siya naglalagay din ng Winlands eh. 73. Ayan natin ulit. Hi Matt! Welcome to the stream! Pasigaw ako na anak ako ni Preacher Baskin. Welcome to the stream. Wala pa si na Preacher pre. Di pa kami nag-MVP. So this is the second damage test. Kung ano ba talaga. 78 ako. Gago kasi to si Bako ay tumigil eh. Nag-hit na pala siya kanina kaya tumatakbo yung timer. Hey PJ! Ano cards mo? Right now I'm using Minoros and Strauf. Dahil, ano pinapatay ko? Dracula. Layo talaga. Abot na niya. Yeah, 779. Sobrang layo ng gap. Sidewinder Mino. Sidewinder Mino. Given this one. Sige nga. Sidewinder Mino. Kaso malaki mawawala sa akin sa ano pre. If I'll be using Sidewinder, mawawala yung racial damage ko. Let's try. That's 30% na demon ang mawawala. Let's try. So 78 or 79 M. Ito walang Strauf to. So Sidewinder yung yung nilagay natin. Let's see. Mas malakas ba? Pag na-FF ka ng gano'n DPS sa PVP, may utang ka pa eh. Grahaman ako sa pre. Patay na. Pero pagdating ng cross server, para one hit tayo. Sobrang layo ng damage. 6. Kaya niya kabulin. 72M. So, a difference of 6M damage yun. PJ. Kaya since talaga pa rin talaga. Race and But it's not bad, right? Hindi okay na siya actually. 72. It's not bad actually. Tapos wala pang tier up to. Pwede. Kasi kalaban niya tier 3 na tier 3 na Strauf. And tier 3 na Strauf is giving 40% damage to demon. Difference dito is the chance. So, I don't know. Still racial and size pa rin. But if ever 3 slot na yung yung bow natin, maybe we can put in Sidewinder. Let's see. Kailangan natin i-damage test yan ulit. So, yeah. May ka ba? What server are you playing, TJ? Are you together with us? Prawn 6? Hoy, 2 minutes na lang! Gago, ba't naubos silvers ko? Ito na, dito na tayo. John T. Ayan na yung Dracula. Ganda sana may BS eh. May BS ba dyan? Front 7. Oh! Planning to switch to sniper from Cynics. Yeah, if you've seen my videos in terms of Guild League, I've uploaded videos when I was an SBX or when I was a SynX compared to the sniper. So, yung game style kasi ng sniper, lalo na pag AA sniper ka, you have to come from the back. of the stock nila. So iikot ka talaga doon. Kasi hindi mo sila pwedeng brasuhin papasok. Kasi kakainin mo yung storm gust, yung gravity field, kakainin mo yun. Doon ka mamamatay. So you really have to come from the back. Ang ayoko dun kasi minsan pag naghahabol, lalo na sa guild expedition, naghahabol ka, 'di ba? But I think pansin mo yun, PJ. Pag may hinahabol ka, hindi mo siya mahampas. Kasi syempre wala ka pang ML. Tapos it's either magba-backside ka papunta sa kanya para mahampas mo siya. So yun yung medyo ayaw ko. Kasi parang sinusundan mo lang, hindi mo siya mapaano. Pwede na pala ako mag-adjust pala ng skills kasi wala na palang kwenta yung windlands. I can put detect siguro, no? Iti-10 ko tong beast bane. Then pwede na isa na lang yung build ko for PVE at PVP. Lagay ako freezing or flasher. Freezing tsaka flasher lang pala pwede ko lagay. Hindi pala pwede yung windbook. Mas mababa pala yung Ay, nag-spawn na ata. Uy, puta, pumasok sa portal! Gago! Uy, ang malas Janty, nakita mo ba? Ayun. Wala, napatay na to. Walang humahampas dito, gago. Follow ka sa akin. One-on-one tayo dito. Lika dito, Janty, one-on-one to. Walang humahampas dito. Tayo lang nandito. Food. It's a food. Lalo na kung ASS, umay talaga habol. Diba? Nakakaumay. Lalo na pag wala kang Diyos ko, pag wala talagang yan, ML, labo makahabol. Sunod ka lang na sunod. Kaya mas gusto ng iba na na SD build yung nila, yung SBX. So eto guys, this is actually one of the things that nakalimutan ng iba. So when you do your PVPs, when you do your MVPs, you use this one actually. That's 8% additional damage to your pets. Nakatulong din yan sa total DPS. Sana bigyan na nila ako ng isang brooch lang yung gusto ko. Isang brooch lang. Brooch. Anyways guys, for those who are watching, I have a top-up shop on my page. So I'm currently topping up discounted berries if you're interested. We're topping up via Razor Gold. So if you have needs, in-game needs like the promos in game, we can process that via Razer Gold. So you get up to 10 to 15 at the most discount for your top-ups. So just PM my page or my personal account. Mas mabilis yung personal account kasi usually hindi ko alam if it's a bug for Facebook it's at Meta Suites. Hindi masyado lumalabas yung what do you call this, yung notifications. May 2 brooch. Oh, certain naman ni Dev. May 2 brooch na. Swap sa wings. Guys, you do this one, the mysterious shop. Sulit yung nandito. This is where you get a chance to get yung gacha or the tokens that you need to swap out the mythical sets. But it's still a chance. Chance lang naman. Hindi naman guarantee yun. Laki kasi ng adjustments need pag switch to SD to AA. Hindi tulad sa mga sniper. Yeah, true. But, yung nga sabi nila, kasi sa SBX right now, the meta is SD, right? So, later on, pag lumabas daw yung red course, green tooth na yung meta din doon. So, you need to adjust again to your course, di ba? Mag-adjust ka na naman sa course mo. Your enchantments as well, kailangan na siyang ma-adjust ulit kasi for SD type, kailangan range damage yung kukunin mo, di ba? Legendary bow. Yung paglalabas yung grim tooth nila na meta, you need sharp. So, sobrang magastos if you want to stay in the meta. So, siya? Sobrang high maintenance. Hindi ko kaya yung So, diba? Mga couple of months lalabas na yung either mag-SBK build daw or yung grim tooth naman. Ewan ko. So, sobrang But, in terms of PvP, masakit talaga yung Cinex. Sa totoo lang. Masakit yung Cinex. If burst lang talaga yung hanap mo. Teka, tama ba yung So, for the fix, naka-end ka tayo. Sana maka-brooch, pre. Brooch lang. Hindi ako nagkakas ng detect or sight because I have Purple Maya. Naka-Purple Maya ako. Kaya hindi ako nagkakas ng sight. That's one of the things na ginawa ko talaga. Kasi although I've tried it nakita namin yung video before na about the Purple Maya. Akala ko kasi full screen gaya ng true sight ng ROM. Yun pala pa rin siya. Yung range niya is still the same as the sight, that's the normal sight. Yung good thing na dun is ma-free up yung accessory card mo. But you will be prone to fear and stuns, or fear, sleep, ganun. So still case to case basis sa PvP kung ano yung magiging build. It depends pa rin talaga. Kasi magde-depend yun sa lineup nyo, sa kung anong roles nyo in terms of PvP. So ito convenience na lang sa sinusuot ko. Para di ka cast ng site. Hindi ka magre-recast ng site. Lumayo pala ako. Kaya nawala yung pero wala nang may hawak ng agro mo. So hopefully at least we get into the top 10. Or kahit top 3. Wala pa rin brooch, pre. Ayan o, brooch. Dalawa lang yung brooch. Andiyan na si Astro. First hit ata sila. Top 9 ba tayo? Hindi pa. Ay, nandiyan na pala si Nafi. Tama natin si DPS. Wala tayong Swidesmith eh. Si Shout. Ito na pangalan ni Shout na yun. Your boyfriend. We are top 5. Baba. 2% lang. Antay na naman ulit. Dracula. Balik MR. Hi Fujino, sir, it's okay to switch to Whitesmith to SynX? I really don't suggest that one. Fuji kasi kung F2P ka, hindi, well, it's a matter of what you really want to play, okay? But if you ask me, yung investments talaga ng SynX is really big, diba? Kasi in the first place dalawa yung weapon mo, so you need to gear up your weapons at the same time. Parang labas doble yung resources kasi ng SynX, while I think Whitesmith is more F2P friendly, I believe. But yeah, it depends on you. Yung sinasabi nga namin na you play what you want to play, diba? You don't need to na parang sasabay ka sa meta, ganun. Syempre hindi naman kung hindi ka na nag-e-enjoy sa Whitesmith, then you can change. It's how you enjoy the game. It's not about sumasabay ka sa parang nape-peer pressure ka na sumabay sa meta. Because some people do make mistakes like that one. Kasi parang yung may fear sila of not joining the bandwagon. Yeah, kasi right now SynX talaga yung number 1. Kasi ito yung mga mahal ng devs sa ROO. Parang ito yung mga RM dati ng ROO. Though pero for me, if you're an F2P and kung hindi ka naman ganun ka-competitive, then why not try, diba? You can always try. Masaya yung na-appreciate ko sa SynX kasi pag nakalapit ka sa kalaban mo, sobrang kate din talaga, to be honest. Sobrang sakit. Yung challenge nun is paano ka makakalapit, diba? And there are key cogwheels na kailangan kasi doon as a SynX. So sobrang layo. I've seen or kausap ko si DR. This is the second server namin. Ito si DR. So iba talaga yung the cogwheels of the PVE side of SynX is so different from the PvP side. Kasi syempre alam natin damage is really there when you're a SynX. The job itself, it's really OP in terms of damage. So, yung build ni DR is more on survivability in terms of PvP. So, binibitawan niya yung ibang damage D-mix, like yung red cut, wala na yun. If yung AA build pa niya, it's more on defensive siya. Kasi siyempre survivability yung kailangan mo doon. Because we all know, masakit yung Sin X, pero malambot din sila. So, you have to balance out yung survivability mo versus yung damage mo. Kasi yung iba naman, yung nakita kong build is sobrang sakit ng damage, but madali lang din silang i-burst. Yung build ni DR is very, very optimized for me. Kasi siya yung parang SBX na hindi ko kayang i-burst ng ganun kadali. Unlike other SBX na encounter ko sa PvP. Because we've done PvPs internal before. Ang hirap talaga. Sobrang hirap. Parang sobrang kunat niya na hindi ko maintindihan paano niya ginawa yun. But ang nakita ko, it's more on the building of the account. Yung magiging main difference. So, magaling si Chan mag-build ng account, to be honest. So, yun yung dami ko din natutunan sa kanya actually. So, yeah, in terms of PvP, you have to really study not just your account, but not just your job, but other jobs as well, para malaman mo kung paano sila i-counter. So that's, I think, one of the things na kailangan mong you take time to study. Kasi syempre, kung hindi mo alam kung ano yung skills na ibang job, what they do, may CC ba yun, or what element are they using, what element is that skill. So, hindi mahirapan ka mag-survive, diba? Kasi syempre, pag alam mo kung anong skill or anong skills ginagamit niya, lalo na for mages, so may idea ka na paano siyang i-counter. So, may mga ganung kasi in terms of competitive PvP. Ang pangit kasi pag di pwede mag-switch ng armor na di ka lilipat ng refine. So what you do is you refine another armor, PJ. Alam mo ito, nagpalula ako ng eto kasi parang ang ginagawa ko parang alay-alay na eto walang stones to, yung safe na stone. Na plus 10 ko pa yung lumang tights ko. So that's what they do. Some of the players, they do parang nag-aalay pa rin sila. Nag-aalay pa rin. Hopefully yun yung bala ko rin actually. May context switching talaga in terms of armor or kasi ang hirap mag-switch ng cards, especially here. Syempre ang tagal ng process ng switching. So hopefully magkaroon ng I can do switching in terms of armor and weapon actually. Kasi syempre, di ba nag-SBX tayo, so may extra weapon tayo na plus 14. So, hindi pa nga na plus 15. Tapos, ano ba yung champion nito? Naka-sharp din nata ito eh. Makita dito ba? Happy damage lang to, walang sharp pala dito. Bakit walang sharp? Yeah. Oh well. Basta ito, kasi hopefully I can make another boat. Then we can change the modify kasi yung modify gusto ko blitz beat damage to this one, yung normal attack. Mas magandang blitz beat damage. Ang problema, hindi ko makuha yung blitz beat damage. Diyos ko, sobrang malas. 10% na blitz beat damage. That's fine actually. Okay na yan. Alright. So I think we've covered all of if you have questions with regards to my build or for the sniper class, you can PM my page. Plus 20. Ang hirap nung plus 20. Ang hirap nung plus 20, pre. Suko na ako dun sa plus 20 actually. The tempting part of the event is this one. So, eto guys, actually we have discounted options for this one, for the in-game promos, for the refined event. So, you can PM my page if gusto nyo mag-avail nito. So, the refinement event is actually, ito yung nakaka-tempt kasi. This one. Why? Because you get the chance to get mini cards. Diba? So, yung masarap sa mata dito is the Ghost Ring card for your anti-shura, or eto, Maya Purple, meron din siyang Mastering, diba? Meron din siyang Infernal Nightmare. So, yeah, that are the things na hopefully makukuha natin. Diba? Pero, yun nga, ang layo. Because, in order to get this one, the last ito. Dapat plus 18 lahat ng gamit mo. Each equipment slot except offhand. So, kasama yung headgear doon. Ubus. Wala. Parang imposible. Sobrang imposible. Hindi kaya. Although, ito guys, if you haven't changed to a monk class, you try to switch kasi may mga libreng stuff dito. Then, actually, you can revert back 24 hours. Huwag nyo lang palabasin ng 24 hours para maka-revert back kayo sa previous jobs nyo. So, yan yung mga pwede nating i-exploit. Kasi, they want to introduce monk class to everybody. Ba't ako naka-EL? Ay, wala pala yung tunnel ko. So, ito guys, for the equipment pala, may equipments din yung yung the pets. So, you try to maximize this one as well. So, you have also to choose good stats for your equipments. Sobrang ang hirap lang kasi mag-check one by one. Hi, Ajek! Welcome to the stream. Mababa yung chance ng purple gacha. Oh my. F2P na tamad here. Aba! Tigilan na natin yung F2P. Nag-top up ka na. Okay, top up is here for you. Yung gacha, yung bagong gacha naman, actually sunerte lang din ako. Bukas ako, parang first 10 ko, nakakuha ko ng yung scythe, tsaka yung ito. Pero yung costume wala talaga, pre. Talo ako doon. So, what do you want us to... Teka. Pwede tayo mag-bot ng ET. Kami hindi pa tapos. Let me check. Isang roll. Ayun na, ito yung mga gusto nyo sa, sa room yung gumagastos. Let's go! Go! Patay na blue. Sapa. May 4 tayong libre eh. Costume naman dyan. Olats. Wala, malas. Uy, purple. Pero, gold dapat eh. Recycle na natin. Yes, ma'am. Ayaw ko manood na stream, baka mapaberis ako. It's okay. Anyways, I think I'll be ending my stream. Wala pa talaga yung ano namin eh, MVP team. Right? So, thank you guys for staying. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Enjoy 10 to 15% discounted top-up on all your favorite games. From Ragnarok M, Eternal Love, to Tower of Fantasy, to Ragnarok Origin Global, we've got you covered. Choose from different fast and secure payment options. We top up from Razor Gold and we can provide receipts if needed, so you can make your purchase with confidence. No need to worry about refund issues. So why wait? Don't let the lack of credits hold you back from staying ahead of the competition. Try our top-up services today.
Nangangati kamay ko mag-top up sa Shopee. May flights na tinitingnan. Nakakabook ka pala ng flight sa Shopee.
10% discounted top-up on all your favorite games. From
Alright guys, so again, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. See you on the next one.